welcome to Deeksha Vedantu. I'm your Aditi Mam, and today, bacha, I have got you a very interesting topic, a biological clock. Have you know what is biological clock? If you know, do let me know in the comment section that how many of you actually know what's a biological clock, and if you don't and how it actually affects us, then this video is for you. Now, ma'am, biological clock means what? Do I have a clock in my body? Yeah, it's going tick, tick. I don't know. It's not your biological clock. There is no clock inside your body. Your body in itself is your clock. Hey ma'am, what is this? Let me explain you what a biological clock actually is. Okay, so you let me know. There is a certain time that when you wake up, like you are waking up at 7 a.m. okay, and then till 8 a.m. you are all freshen up, you're bathed, you're brushed, and you are ready to go to school. And before that, your mother comes and is like, hey, have your breakfast. Okay, so at 8 a.m. you are having your breakfast, and then in the school she packed you lunch. So at 1 p.m. you get break, you are getting lunch, right? And then 8 p.m. you get hungry, you get dinner, and by 10 p.m. if you are a good person, then you sleep. Okay, now what happens, let's say it's a Sunday. Now also you are getting hungry, you don't wake up usually at 7 a.m. but have you seen on Sunday you even wake up even early, okay, sometimes before even the alarm goes off, or at the same time that you go to school. Why is that? And then you get hungry by 8 a.m. Why is that? And then again when 1 p.m. clock strikes at 1 p.m. again you get hungry, and then 8 p.m. again you get hungry. What is that? That is, bacha, your biological clock. Your body is programmed, it works accordingly that after 5 hours I will get hungry, after 5 hours I will sleep, for this many hours I will sleep, I will wake up at this many hours. So this is what? This is biological clock. Okay, this is what exactly a biological clock is. Now ma'am, where is the biological clock? Is it present in my kidney, in my liver, or in my heart, in my lungs? Where is it? It's actually beta in your brain. Okay, your brain controls, right? If I put my hand like this, who is doing all of this? It's my brain, right? Who is teaching you? It's not my body, actually it's my brain, right? Now this brain has a clock. Exactly at 8 a.m. it feels like, oh, now is the time to wake up. So it wakes up. Oh, now it's the time for lunch or breakfast. Let's have lunch. So it sends the signal to my stomach and says, it growls and it says, Aditi, I am hungry. And then my mouth says, Mama, I am hungry. And then my mother gives me food, right? Just like your does. Then we all sit and eat, and now we are okay. But then again at 5 p.m. we're like, Mom, I am hungry, but I don't know what I want. But I am hungry. Okay, that's the time for our tea, our coffee, and then 8 p.m. we again get hungry. So who is doing all this? This biological clock, beta, is in your brain. Okay, is in your brain. Now what does this actually does? Okay, these are all things. What does it actually does? Bacha, your brain is a very sensitive organ, right? What is the light? There is a thing written, role of light and darkness. How does my brain knows that it's light, it's daytime now, it's dark time now? It's basically look outside. This brain, we are on earth, right? We are creatures. This roof, we created this, but according to the universe there was no roof over our head. It's just trees, some caves. So we could clearly see light, we could clearly see the darkness. So basically our brain can differentiate between the day and the night, obviously, right? And according to that, it has now planned itself that now I'm sleeping and after 8 hours it will be morning. And of course, if you don't have so many curtains in your room, you will know when sunlight enters, your brain thinks, your brain wakes up also, right? And like, oh, it's morning, let's wake up. Why we are pretending that in morning we have to wake up? Because that is what, because we can see clearly in the day, and that is what we are doing from ages and generations and centuries, right? That's how our brain is programmed. And as the night falls, we get sleepy, right? As it's darkness out there, we get sleepy because the brain has adjusted itself, right? You have seen some people who have like night shifts, right? You have seen some people. Now, even if they are on a holiday, they are not able to sleep at night, right? And they also sleep in the morning. correct? So that's their biological clock has changed. His brain or their brain has turned themselves that okay, it's day now, I'll sleep. Okay, it's night now, I'll wake up. It's not actually light and night. It's actually their biological clock, how they programmed it. They have to forcefully program it, right? That now in one night I won't sleep and in the morning I will sleep, and then the pattern continued because they had to work at night, right? And in the morning they are sleeping. So that's what our biological clock is. We all have personal biological clocks. In the morning you'll wake up and you'll have to freshen up, and your brain will tell you okay, go fast right? So that's your brain telling you that it's time to eat, it's time to freshen up, it's time to sleep, it's time to wake up. Now bacha, why am I telling you all this? It's actually very relatable in your daily life and in your studies as well. See, if you do hard work, of course it's going to pay somehow. But if you inculcate smart work in that, and if you understand your body, if you understand needs, if you understand the timings of your body, and then shift your schedule according to that, then you will be able to study better. Okay? Now, following that, this biological clock, bacha, what does we do when we sleep? Our brain literally cleans our body. Our digestive system gets rest, our brain is still working, our heart is still working, everything is still working, but they are getting rest, right? They don't have to speak this much, they don't have to study at this moment where lots of our energy go. The brain is cleaning our body, right? So all this happens when we sleep, and that is why bacha, sleep is so much important part of your life, of your biological clock. Even you see, when you join gym, when you go and you want to like live a healthy lifestyle, they'll tell you the first thing you have to do, even the food can be right, but if you don't get your sleep right, then the results won't be visible, right? So for that bacha, we will see some of the rules or some of the stuff that you can follow, that if you study between 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. so eventually ma'am, everything was related to study. Yes bacha, I am your teacher, everything for me is your studies, right? So bacha, that's what I'm trying to say. You set a routine for your brain, for your body, and you will see that at 4 p.m. you will eventually feel bored of watching TV, watching reels, and you will say okay, your brain will think okay, it's time to study, let's study for 2 or 3 hours, however you want to study, how much ever you want to study, right? So just like our biological clock, just like the functions of my body, our brain also knows what our habits are, what our works are. So at 4 p.m. it will tell you okay, Pranav, now get up and study. Okay, I don't know where Pranav came from, but okay, get up now and study. Okay, so at 4 p.m. you will study and you will be able to focus more. Okay, now if you, instead of studying, or if you don't sleep at night at time, which you usually do, I know you use your phone under the blanket, right, hiding from your mother and father, but if you don't do it, you have seen, right, you won't be able to wake up early in the morning, you will be late and panicky, and you'll run to your bus, you'll fail to reach that, and then in the school you'll be sleepy, correct? That's what happens when you don't pay much attention to our routine, to our biological clock, right? If your brain says at 10 p.m. I need to sleep, but you're like one more reel, then your brain will get tired, right? That is what a biological clock is bacha, and if you use it in your advantage, you will see how much easier it will get your life, how much easier and how much productive you will get. Okay, that's why it is very important to listen to your body, to listen to your mind and work accordingly. Okay bacha, that is it for this video. Make sure you listen to your body. You see, one day you see yourself, when do I wake up, when do I normally feel asleep, when do I normally feel hungry, and tell me in the comment sections. Okay, when do you feel hungry? At 1 p.m, 2 p.m, 12 p.m, I usually do feel hungry at 1 p.m, so we have lunch by 1 p.m. Okay, when do you have that? Let me know in the comment section. I'll meet you in the next video. Bye.